Hey there guys, it's TJ. I've been using gimbals for a while now and I love them, but I also love those handheld in-camera transitions. And those are really hard with gimbals, so in this video I'm going to teach you how to do some of those. Most gimbals are stabilized with 3 axes, and the axis that isn't stabilized is you going up and down constantly. This pretty much always is a bad thing, except for when we want to make transitions. You want your gimbal to smooth out your motion, but in transitions you want everything to go quickly so that you can switch from one shot to another. Now, because you have that smooth motion, making those transitions is really hard. But because our up and down movement still isn't stabilized, we can use that movement to make transitions. To make these transitions, you need a telephoto lens, at least not a wide lens. As when you use wide lenses, you don't get as much motion blur when you move quickly. And we want as much motion blur as possible. That's why we want telephoto lenses. So if you got a zoom lens, zoom in. If you got prime lenses, choose a telephoto lens. Let's start making the shots. Make your shot like you would normally do, but then on the end of the clip, drop your gimbal and camera really fast. Not on the floor, just move it down really quickly. This will give you motion blur. Then in the next shot, start up really high with your gimbal and do the same drop as well. If you get those 2 shots in Premiere or any other editing software, you don't really need anything special. Just paste them next to each other. Then the motion blur will pretty much blend the 2 shots into each other.
Check it.
You know how when you power on your gimbal, it kind of goes like this? No idea what that sound was, forget about it. So when you power it on, your camera moves really quickly, and we are going to use that motion. We want to make a transition, so we need 2 shots. And one of those shots will be reversed. So if you use people in your shots, make sure that the watcher doesn't get distracted from, eating backwards or something like that. So, power your gimbal on and make your shot, but make sure that your camera and your gimbal is centered. So do the button combination that works for your gimbal to make it center again. So when you did that, power the gimbal back off and turn it into an awkward position, like totally to the right corner. Then power your gimbal back on and make sure you are recording. The gimbal will move from the awkward position back to the position that you chose it to be, and it will do that very quickly, creating motion blur. Now make a shot with the same technique, but remember to reverse it in your editing software. And with that motion blur and that camera movement, you will get a pretty nice transition. And there we go. If you liked this video, then leave a comment down below. Also, give this video a like, consider subscribing, and I'll see you next time. Bye bye.